Absolutely. And you know what? Some of that celebration happening over on the West Coast where the game just ended. We're going to go live out now to Jerry Carnes over at SoFi Stadium where celebration is in full swing.
Hey, how you doing? Oh my goodness, it has been raining here at SoFi Stadium, so we're a little bit wet, but Georgia fans are seeing nothing but sunshine. There are a lot of fans pouring out, most of them TCU fans. Georgia fans still inside the stadium watching the celebration, watching the trophy ceremony. We do have JR, a recent graduate from UGA. He is right here. He came by barking and howling and doing the Georgia chant. JR, can you believe what we just saw?
Back-to-back championships, and we're going to do it again next year. We're coming back.
It's incredible. Did you ever expect a blowout win like this?
Not like this. Not like this, but I'll take it. Stress-free, national champions, back-to-back. I love it.
I was still a little stressed when it was 17-7, but then when it was, further and further, more touchdowns and more touchdowns, I've never been so relaxed during a Georgia game.
Game was over at halftime. So we went and looked for popcorn to enjoy the rest of the game. It was amazing.
Now, last question. Is this more special than last year?
It is. It is, because I got to be here.
Oh, you didn't get to be here last time?
I didn't get to be here last year.
You weren't in Indianapolis.
No, but to be here, to see him go back-to-back is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
A dynasty? Is Georgia a dynasty?
We're doing it again. 3-peat.
Okay.
It's happening.
I'm holding you to it, JR.
It's happening.
Thank you, buddy.
Go Dawgs!
Unbelievable. We did get a chance to talk to some TCU fans. Obviously, they're very disappointed, but they told us they're very, very proud of what their team accomplished this year. They were unranked at the beginning of the season. They were not supposed to be in this championship game, but they got here, didn't show up. Georgia did show up. Stetson Bennett was just absolutely incredible, and a lot of fans are telling me they think this year, if it's more special, it's because it's Stetson Bennett's final game, and just what a performance he's had and what a career he's had here at Georgia. So we're going to throw it back to you guys. We're going to go talk to some more Georgia fans who are extremely excited. Unbelievable. Georgia just made history. They did what Alabama could not do and win back-to-back titles during the playoff era. Back to you guys.
Jerry, you're a great, passionate UGA graduate. You've been a great sports fan for all these decades covering Georgia teams through the years. Your father was a legendary coach, track and field coach at the University of Florida. Tell me this. Tell me if you agree with this. Do you believe that Stetson Bennett now supplants Herschel Walker as the preeminent symbol of Georgia football?
Jeff, it's something you have to ponder. Herschel Walker obviously is the guy you talk about when you talk about Georgia football. But Stetson Bennett's won 2 national titles. Herschel Walker only won 1 during his time at Georgia. The Stetson Bennett story is so incredible to go from being a walk-on to starting and now winning 2 titles. Boy, I guess the next few weeks and months and years will tell us, but you got to put Stetson's name right up there with Herschel, if not ahead of him.
And the other thing is Kirby Smart has now won a couple of national championships. He is 47 years of age. Nick Saban, that didn't happen until Saban was 57. And Kirby Smart is not going to be one of those guys like Saban who went to the NFL, coached the Miami Dolphins for a while. Kirby Smart's going to stay in Athens. You just wonder what the future looks like for Smart as a relatively young man now as a head coach of this program.
Well, he's at his alma mater. He's at the place where he played football. You would hope the NFL doesn't lure him away. Certainly Georgia fans don't want that. Kirby is a young guy. He's an intense guy. He loves this game. He loves the University of Georgia. And he recruits well. That's the thing. He sells kids on coming to the University of Georgia and playing. I mean, if you look at that team right now, he drew Brock Bowers away from this state, California. He's pulling in athletes from all over the country who want to play for Kirby Smart because of his passion. And I just have to think that this is not the end for Kirby Smart in terms of national titles. Will they win it again next year? I'm not going to predict that. I'm just enjoying this. But certainly I think Kirby is not done in terms of winning national titles and in terms of having a powerful football team. It's a lot of fun to watch, Jeff.
Stay with me right now, Jerry. We're taking a look at Stetson Bennett now on the podium smoking what looks like a Nicaraguan cigar. A Churchill, a big one, for what has been a big season and a big night for him. And he is old enough to be able to smoke a cigar, which many of the roster is not old enough to be able to do that. And now Kirby Smart is hoisting the national championship trophy above with the energy, the enthusiasm. And Jerry, I know you can hear me right now. You can't see these pictures. But, you know, I think there are many things that make Kirby Smart unique. But you seldom see in college football a guy who is equal parts recruiter and equal parts coach. Generally, it's sort of like baseball, where somebody may hit better and may be better with a glove. But you're looking at someone like Kirby Smart, who's good recruiting and good with the X's and O's, and that is so rare in college football at that level, or really any level for that matter.
Hey, Jeff, I couldn't hear all of what you were saying. I apologize for that. But, yeah, Kirby Smart is a very unique guy. He is a guy who, as I was saying before, just has so much passion and wants to win. And you hear him when he talks to the team. He just fills them full of the emotion that he's feeling. And just an incredible thing. And, you know, he's stuck with Stetson Bennett, a guy who came as a walk-on, transferred to junior college, and Kirby wanted him back because he saw there was something special in Stetson Bennett. And, boy, he was right. A lot of teams would have said, this is not the guy to lead us to a national title. Kirby Smart saw that. He saw somebody that could lead Georgia to a national title, and not just one, but now two. And he again, people just want to play for this guy. They want to play for him. They come from all over the country. They think he's special. And he really does recognize talent. I'll bring up another name, Ladd McConkey, a guy who no one was recruiting. And Kirby Smart saw something special in him and brought him to the University of Georgia, and look at how that guy plays. So just incredible. Right behind me is a TCU fan. They have been very dedicated and very proud of their team. She's got the Hypno-Toad. I don't know if you're looking at me, but she's got the Hypno-Toad with her. Great season for you guys. Great season.
Everyone says we shouldn't have been here, and they'll still dog on us and say we shouldn't have been here, and it's all the SEC. But I'm going to tell you right now, these boys deserve respect. What they've done for us goes beyond the field, because what they've given us is joy. Since August, they brought families around the TV, and we have found joy rooting for our Horned Frogs. And Georgia, they played a hell of a game, and they deserve that win today.
Great.
But I'm
Thank you.
Tell you, I'm proud of my Horned Frogs.
She is proud of her Horned Frogs. I think all the TCU fans are. Thank you, ma'am. I think they really are. But they're all giving credit to the University of Georgia and pointing out how good a game they came to play. I mean, Georgia was just ready. And I apologize if our light keeps going out. It is still raining here outside SoFi Stadium. But again, I'll say it one more time. Georgia fans seeing absolutely nothing but sunshine today.
Hey, Jerry, I'm going to let you go right now, but let's bring up Vince Dooley's name real quick. You know, it's a little bittersweet to see these pictures, to think about a year ago when he gave that emotional hug to Kirby Smart after the national championship. Coach Dooley passed away a couple of months ago, and certainly he has been in the hearts and minds of the entire state, of what he meant to the program, what he meant to the school, what he meant to living in the state.
You know, Vince Dooley put Georgia football on the map. I mean, well, you had Wally Butts back in the 40s. Certainly he won a national title, and then things went a little dormant. And Vince Dooley was the athletic director when I was at the University of Georgia, not just the football coach, but athletic director as well. Just well-respected, well-liked by everybody. And it's great that he got to see last year's title. Too bad he wasn't able to see it this year, but everybody just loved and respected Vince Dooley. And he will be remembered. And I think it's great that Georgia arrived here on that airplane with his signature and name on the outside. You know that he in spirit was a part of this championship today.
All right, Jerry Carnes, we greatly appreciate your insight, your observations. You have covered news and sports here as long as I have, and that's going back a few years. And we always appreciate your observations on the university that you love so passionately, the University of Georgia. And what a night to be a Dawg.